This is the news station, WNEP 16.
A manufacturing plant in Clinton County, Karen, is expected to hire more than 100 workers soon. And it's all because the Navy has ordered $4 million worth of steel containers from the United Chemcon Company. The announcement was made in Renovo this afternoon, where the plant is located. Officials say if all goes well, Renovo's newest and only industry could put 1,200 people to work over the next 2 years. The Clinton County town now has 80% unemployment. And as Newswatch 16's Craig Stevens reports, there was a lot of hoopla when the new jobs were announced in the old railroad town today.
This may not be the biggest parade the Clinton County town of Renovo ever saw, but the mood here today is certainly unmatched. The tiny mountain town of 1,800 people is celebrating what could very well be a turning point. It's a new industry in an area plagued with 80% unemployment, an industry that could provide jobs for as many as 1,200 people within 2 years. That's enough to put a smile on any face.
Well, it's about time. We've waited a long time for it, and it's a good shot in the arm. We love it. We have a lot of unemployed here. Now things are looking up with the grace of God.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's about time. We have to have a little help, and I think we're finally getting some.
I think it's going to be very good for the town. I just hope that it lasts and lasts and lasts.
It's great because all the people are going to get employed by this company, and it's going to help out the town, definitely.
Even when the parade was over, celebrating continued at the town's newest industry. There was added excitement as a federal official read a telegram from President Reagan.
I grew up in a small town somewhat like Renovo, and we had unemployment too. When fresh job opportunities came to my town, we celebrated with the same kind of parade.
With the rebirth of hope for the future for this Clinton County town plagued so long with devastating unemployment, it's doubtful you'd find a happier community anywhere in the United States today. Craig Stevens, Newswatch 16, Renovo.
Coming up, meteorologist Tom Clark with a weekend that's not half bad.
Plus, a little later, why thousands of people are stopping to pay a visit in Carbon County. We'll explain as Newswatch 16 Update continues.
Everything from whitewater to black powder to beavers, biking, and bows. From copperheads to whitetails to casting, calling, and crows. You'll see stalking fish, fixing poles, rainbow trout, and snowy owls. Setting traps, drilling holes, earthworms, and waterfowls. Whether you're a fan of the eagles, browns, bears, or giants, or of Joe and Stan and the Mountain Man, or some Tom Duck, or Harry, watch hiking, frying, riding, tying, skiing, and flying on Pennsylvania Outdoor Life, Saturday at 7.
Nolan told me he has a lot of painting to do tomorrow, so he wants some good weather from Tom Clark.
Please.
What do you say, Tom?
Well, I've always hated painting in high humidity now, so not the best of weather for painting, Nolan, but most of the day will be dry for that very fun-loving chore. My heavens, good luck with that. Well, I had about a 1/4 inch in my rain gauge since midnight last night, and that brings the total so far this month, the past 5 days, up to about 7/10 of an inch in this backyard. And I'd say the crabgrass is coming along quite nicely, thank you. A little bit of rain over the weekend, but most of it should be dry. Details coming up. Let's have a look at that temperature outside now. We have a very murky sky overhead, 74 degrees. The humidity way up there. Nothing new in that department, 75%. The wind south at 7, barometer holding steady. We had a high today, 81 degrees, and a low last night, 67. The records for the date, 94 and 45. In the background there, the very murky and hazy sky over downtown Scranton this evening. Live radar, just some mountain echoes showing up. We had some thunderstorms earlier this evening. They have since dissipated, and just a couple of widely scattered light rain showers over the north-central counties of Pennsylvania now. Newswatch 16's color satellite photograph shows the shower and thunderstorm-infested air mass that's been hanging over Pennsylvania the past couple of days. There just isn't any strong wind currents in the upper atmosphere. They are very, very weak. Weather systems disorganized and moving very, very slowly, and we just can't get rid of this heat, haze, and humidity, and it's going to be like pulling teeth doing it here on Sunday, because there is a cool front up over Canada, and I think there's going to be just enough push behind that front to bring it down over the state on Sunday to give us a little bit of relief in the humidity. You should be able to tell a difference on Sunday, but not tomorrow, much like it was today out there for your Saturday. The heat continues in the Midwest, readings back up close to 100 again in places like Oklahoma and northern Texas. Our forecast for tonight looks like this. Very humid out there. A couple of showers around. Most places won't get any rain, though. No thunderstorm activity the balance of this night. 67 Dallas, 67 up in Bethany in Wayne County, 68 Hazleton, about 69 in Treverton, and 68 Lewisburg, and about 67 up there in Canton. For tomorrow, a good deal of cloudiness. Probably the clouds will dominate the skyscape tomorrow, but there will be some hazy sunshine, and it will be quite humid once again. A lot of haze as well. 83 in Wallsville. Now that's about a stone's throw away from Lackawanna State Park, where the big family fish and fun contest takes place tomorrow. And Channel 16's Pennsylvania Outdoor Life will be up there with their cameras. So a lot of fun in Wallsville, nothing more than a passing shower in the afternoon as I see it now. 87 in Ashland, 86 in Williamsport. A little bit of fog around in the morning as well. And with that, I've given you some weather lore. For every fog in August, there will be one snowstorm the next winter. So, according to my records, there'll be at least 2 snowstorms next winter, and maybe 3 with that fog tomorrow morning. A mild night tonight, partly sunny tomorrow. Again, just an afternoon shower or thunder shower in some areas. Most of the day will be dry, 84 degrees. Sunday, sunny. I think the nicer of the 2 days this weekend. Down to about 80 for the high. Fair on Monday, about 85 degrees by the middle of next week. So Karen and Nolan, looks like another lazy, hazy day of summer coming tomorrow.
Thank you. I guess I won't have to paint tomorrow.
You won't have to, no.
Thanks. Our special goodbye to a special Newswatch 16 guide. Sports is next.
No problem is too small for Mike Igo and Action 16.
5 years ago, an 18-year-old kid from Carbondale began an internship here at wnep-tv. A sophomore at Ithaca College, he came here to learn about the thing he wanted more than anything else in his whole life, to become a sportscaster. Well, I knew then that Tom Varatto would have to leave us someday. I just didn't realize that that day would come quite so soon. After his internship here, he showed so much promise, we hired Tom as a photographer. But it wasn't long before his desire to get on the air led to a job as a sports reporter. He just might have been the youngest TV reporter in the country, but his age didn't seem to be a deterrent to the natural ability he had in front of a camera. It wasn't long before Tom Varatto was anchoring weekends. Youthful, exciting, and with a unique ability to tell the human side of the sports story, Tom developed into one of the most talented people that I've ever seen in the business. When there was a story to cover, Tom got the story and then told it in a way that all of us could identify with. And after a while, his stories carried the special Varatto trademark, sensitivity. Tom developed a way of bringing out the innermost thoughts of the people he covered, and then was able to convey those thoughts in a way that made all of us sit back and take notice. We certainly took notice on the weekends when his enthusiasm and excitement made even the dullest of sports days seem like super as a student. But in the end, he became the teacher. What he taught was a dedication to perfection, an unyielding commitment to ability.
With a good imagination, boom, you could be in Yankee Stadium. All you really need is a bat.
Good evening, I'm Joe Zone.
And I'm Tom Varatto. And there's a bugger. Although they knew by the time the end of the camp rolled around, there'd be little chance that they'd be around too. Sometimes I forget my lines, and sometimes... Tom Varatto, Newswatch 16 Sports in West Pittsburgh. We're in Exeter. I forgot. Tom Varatto, Newswatch 16 Sports in Riverside. Taylor. Let's go out to Shea. 3rd inning. Let's go out to Comiskey Park. It's right now in the 2nd inning. Let's go out to Southside Complex. 1st inning, that game at Southside Complex in Scranton. That's it in sports.
All of us here will miss Tom as he moves along now to a new challenge in a new TV market, but I'll tell you what, more than us, you, the viewer, will miss Tom Varatto. That's all of it. Give the weekend your best shot. I'll see you on Monday.
Amen, Joe.
For
Amen.
sure. We're going to miss him. Thanks.
Good luck,
that was
Tom.
nice, Joe. Coming up, packing them in at the Packer Mansion.
We'll take a tour of that story when we come back.
Miss WNEP's free Family Fish and Fun Day today.
Finally, tonight, tourism is up in Carbon County. One of the reasons, a house that hasn't been redecorated since 1912. Newswatch 16's Jacqueline Carr tells us what keeps the people coming to see it.
It's a part of history well preserved, and that's what seems to make the Asa Packer Mansion in Jim Thorpe a big tourist site. Bertha Herman has lived on the grounds as caretaker for the old house since 1961. She says over 15,000 people come to see the mansion each year, and that number is growing.
Oh, they come from all over. When people come to visit, people even as far as Scranton and Philadelphia and places like that, they bring them here. They might even be from Europe.
Some of the major eye-catchers in the home include this crystal chandelier, which was copied in the classic movie Gone with the Wind.
In a home today, a family might pay $500 for a stereo. The Packer family paid $500 for this paper roll organ.
This is a gas fireplace. The fireplace in the living area, that would have burnt coal or wood.
The whole house was willed to Jim Thorpe back in 1912 when the last of the Packer family died. Now volunteer guides show the place off to tourists from all over.
I thought it was lovely. I lived in this area all my life and never saw it.
Really?
Until now.
I liked the woodwork, I think, all the carving in the woodwork.
How about you, ma'am?
I think I was interested in the artwork. I work in an art museum, and I spent the whole time checking out the paintings.
The people who take care of the place and keep it going say as long as the tourists keep coming, the Asa Packer mansion will be preserved. Jacqueline Carr, Newswatch 16 in Jim Thorpe, Carbon County.
And that's our report for Friday.
Enjoy your weekend.